guys, welcome back to Grin and Share It. It's a lovely Sunday evening.
Hello, everyone.
Back for another week, another episode. This is a special, fun episode because we have a little thing going on.
Oh, like our giveaway?
Yeah.
I thought you meant because of all the technical difficulties we just had. And I was like,
too.
hell yeah. Who wants to explain the giveaway?
I can.
Okay.
You got
So
it, Shayla.
this week we're doing a giveaway with our dear friend Jessica, who runs Jewels by Jessica. And in this giveaway, we're celebrating 2,000 downloads and 1,000 followers on Instagram, which we want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for the support. It means so much to us. And so in the giveaway, Jessica is going to be giving away a necklace that is beautiful. And we're also going to be giving away...
It's like a chunky gold chain. It's really nice.
I bought the necklace from her Black Friday sale, so I'm very excited to have it. Yeah, when I saw she was giving it away, I was like, hell yeah, I just bought that. But
she does the giveaway and we just like keep it. We're like,
yeah. We're like,
so in the giveaway, we're doing the necklace and a $30 gift card.
Yeah.
So it's super exciting stuff.
It was perfect timing because we mentioned it before. We wanted to do the giveaway for 1,000 Instagram followers, and then like today we hit 2,000 downloads, and we were like, "This is perfect. This is
so cool." I was actually talking to my brother about it like last night, actually, about how many downloads. Because when we hit 1,500, I like shared it, and he was talking to his girlfriend Lindsay, and was like, "They should be at like 2,000 soon." And I was like, "Oh, that's so nice that like they pay attention to that stuff."
That's cute.
So, what's poppin' with y'all?
I don't know. I keep forgetting that, like, we're doing the video stuff now, so I keep, like, just trailing off. I'm like, oh, people are going to see this.
Yeah.
Nothing's new, really, with me. We had me, Emily, Johnny, Tyler, Mary, Clay. We had a little Secret Santa Christmas party. Yesterday we did it at Emily's place, which I loved because we never go to Emily's place, and her apartment is so nice. It was all decorated. It was really fun, and I enjoyed it.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I saw you got a cute little gift.
My gift.
Please,
okay, so I'll say what everyone got. So, I had my friend Clay, and I got him. Y'all know it's called the cozy or the comfy.
Yeah.
It's like a big hoodie, sweatshirt, blanket type thing.
I want one of those, honestly.
Yeah. So I got him one of those, but it didn't. We had to change. Well, I mean, we never really had a set date, but all of a sudden we realized, like, oh, like, none of us are available, like, on later weekends. So we were like, let's just do it tomorrow. And, like, Friday we said that. And so the gift hadn't come in. So I, like, but, I mean, they understood because the party was so last minute. But I just, like, printed out a picture of it and, like, put it in a little card and was like, it's coming, because like I'll see him soon anyway. But he really liked it, so I was happy. And then Emily got a Louis Vuitton like runway book. Yeah,
that's so cute.
Clay had her. He went off and got her that. And then Johnny got Mary a bunch of records. Mary got Tyler a cute glass and then like a little charging station thing. And then who am I forgetting? Mary got Johnny this really nice, like, Pottery Barn blanket. And then my gift...
Damn, and people went off with these gifts. I'm like, we decided... Like, what was the spending limit?
No, and listen to this. It was, like, we did, like, $30 to $50.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and Emily was explaining... Because her mom works at Pottery Barn, so she gets a discount. And then also, I think, like, Black Friday sale or however it worked out. It was a $150 blanket that she got for, like, $50. So it was good. Yeah, I mean, we all stayed in the price limits. And then my gift was extra special. Tyler had me, and he got me a sweatshirt with a custom, like, a picture of Vinnie Hacker on it. I opened up, I was dying laughing. It was so funny. Because I'm like, he's like 18, right? This is weird.
I
loved it.
Tyler's TikTok popped up on my For You page, and it was really funny because Johnny was like, I well, I don't think you've seen it, Shayla, but it was really funny. It was like one of those, it's like that trend where people are like, I'm so-and-so, and I think this person's going to get the drunkest tonight, but they were I'm so-and-so, and I think that this person would most likely get in a fight. And Johnny was like, I think it would be Amanda because she's wearing a sweatshirt with Vinnie Hacker on it, and if anyone were to say, like, that they don't like Vinnie Hacker, she would throw hands.
As she should. I would do the exact same thing. I was so impressed with the sweatshirt because it wasn't like, I don't know. I just loved it so much.
That was nice. I like it.
It's so
it's
cute.
Great. I love it. It's so cute that he like thought to do that too. Thanks, Tyler.
Dude, you need to make a TikTok and like tag. Actually, don't do that. He would probably think you were like,
dude, I know. Odd. After the first one I made of like, I made a TikTok kind of like a joke but kind of serious, like involving Vinnie Hacker, and it like went semi-viral. Like, I don't know, it like got a lot of views, and I was like, fuck, like I'm old and like this is weird. But so I don't know if I'm gonna make another one, but you know,
we'll see.
That was my weekend. What about y'all?
Hannah, would you dive into yours?
I had like a little holiday get together, which was really fun. I was kind of nervous to have it because my apartment is very clean and very white, and I don't like having a lot of people over because I like to keep it a certain way, but no one has been over to my apartment except for when Shayla and Cara came, and then Connor's been over, obviously, but wanted to have some people over, and it was really fun, except my psycho neighbor decided to come for me and basically accused me and my guests of, like, I don't know, raging in the hallways, and filed a noise complaint, which did not happen. But yeah, said that we were like smoking and like running through the halls and like using all these public areas and stuff, and that never happened. Like, there were maybe 15 people in my apartment, and like, I mean, yeah, we were playing music and stuff, but like at a certain point before midnight, I was like, we need to shut it down, and I left along with everyone else. So it wasn't like this raging party that went on into the hours and everyone's just like doing like lines of coke off the walls of the hallway and like doing like somersaults. It's like that.
Like, it sounds like
happened.
a normal holiday gathering with like some close friends.
Right. It was like a very normal holiday gathering. Everyone was dressed in like cute holiday sweaters. I made a bunch of food, decorated, and like it was very wholesome and cute. And like, this woman is making it sound like we
Project
were
X.
like literally insane. So I got notified about that earlier today, and like emailed the property back and was like, this absolutely did not happen. So I'm waiting for them to respond to that. But I also found out like not that long ago, I guess I found out after we had recorded last week, Connor is going to be living in Key West for like a month.
Oh yeah, with Johnny. I just found that out too.
So I had very mixed feelings when I found out about it, because basically it was like planned and very much set in stone after I had found out about it. And yeah, I mean, I guess the biggest thing is I'm just like sad that he's going to be gone. I mean, it's not that long, but it's happening a lot sooner.
I was about to say, you can't be mad at him, but
no, I'm not mad.
I understand.
It was more so like, and he completely knows this. It was put together like, I mean, he didn't really plan it. It was this other friend of his that did, but like, he knew that he probably should have told me sooner than he did, and that's what made me like upset about it. And yeah, so
drama.
We worked through
the girlies are fighting.
I'm just kidding.
That was more so like what made me upset. I'm not mad about him going or anything like that. And, you know, he explained to me how much this means to him, and ultimately like what makes him happy is going to make me happy. And so I think that this is a good opportunity for him. I think I'm just mostly sad that like he's going to be gone, and we only have like 2 weekends together before he leaves, because he's going to be gone for the next 3 weekends and stuff, and he's got a lot going on. So other than my get-together, I really just spent most of my time with him, like I normally do, but just trying to take advantage of it, I guess, more.
Hey, distance makes the heart grow fonder. That's what, at least that's what I hear. I wouldn't personally know, but
he wants me to come and visit him while he's there, which like I would obviously love to do.
Nice little vacation.
Yeah, that would be a very nice
Key
vacation.
West.
But I would need, like, who knows if I can get the time off of work and like, but I really want to try and make it work, so we'll see if that happens. But
yeah, we weren't upset, but like the same group I just mentioned, Clay and Tyler and everyone, we were planning a trip for like January, I don't know, around the same time, just to like go somewhere all together, like nothing huge, but like a little trip. And now Johnny's like, oh, I can't go, I'm going to be in Key West for a month. And we're like, okay, bye. Like,
no, and it was like, it was so...
Go fuck myself.
Yeah, it's just, it was so just random to me. Like, it was like, I just didn't like, and I still
Key
kind
West
of...
for a month? Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think when I found out about it, it was more like shock, because I was like, this really just seems like out of left field. And my whole thing was like, why don't you just take like an extended vacation? But no, they want to like make the most of it and like actually go down there and like work and stuff. And
I think
they
it's
found
great.
A place.
It's
So,
literally,
I mean, honestly, yeah.
I was talking to Johnny more about it. I mean, we all were last night, and he's just like, when is this crazy opportunity like this gonna come up again? You know, for like just to say like, you know, we lived in Key West for a month and like worked from there. I think they're gonna have so much fun. I'm excited for them.
If I could do it, I would.
I know. Do you guys want to do that? Do you guys want to
like wanting to?
Don't tempt me, because like I'm so close to just actually packing up and like leaving.
We almost did this weekend. It's so, because Emily said in the group message, and she was just like, who wants to like take a trip? And we were like, haha, yeah, like But then, like, it was for real. Like, she was looking up Airbnb. She's like, let's just, like, fuck it. And, like, it was gonna be a surprise. Like, I said yes. I was like, fuck it. Like, let's just go. And it was all happening so fast. And it was, like, one big manic episode. And we were all just like, let's do it. And then we were like, we all got on a call. And we were like, let's just calm down a bit. This isn't realistic. And, like we didn't go. But it was gonna be funny because they weren't gonna tell me. Because they're like, ooh, it's a surprise. Because the whole joke about the other trip that we're going on is that the only people that know where we're going is Tyler and Emily. They just decided to, I don't know. So we don't know where we're going. And so this weekend we were going to be like, okay, just don't tell me. So like we just drive somewhere and I have to figure out like where we were, I guess. But we didn't end up doing that, but that would have been funny. Probably not the really best idea to do, but
I mean, plus you can like rent out Airbnbs for like long periods of time.
Yeah.
Seems like an ideal situation.
Yeah. Shayla, what about you? What did you have going on this weekend?
Nothing really. Last night, we did like another going out kind of feel type get together. It was literally like two of my roommates, my brother and Austin. Like that was it.
That's fun
and
though.
We just played some games.
Because me and Emily would always say anyway, like the pregame was the best part anyway. Just staying like at your apartment, like with your closest group. Like that's fun anyway.
So we ended up doing that. Like literally we were done by like 11:30. Ended up watching like Cody Ko and Noelle Miller afterwards, and it was honestly a really wholesome night. I enjoyed myself. Other than that, today I've been like super just bummy but also busy because like I have finals and it sucks like a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like I hate finals like this time of year. Like I'd rather do I don't mind finals like in May. Does that make sense? Like I hate them in December. December just kind of hurts my heart sometimes.
Also because it's
even
cold.
though it's like one of my favorite. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. But other than that,
cold.
I mean,
that's
everything's
why they
kind of like, everything's fine. Not really doing much else other than school.
I'm doing how is your leg feeling? Since you got tased. How's your leg feeling?
Oh my God, not me forgetting I got tased.
I was so confused. I was like, did she break it? Like,
dude, Shayla, it was so funny. Johnny looks at me yesterday and he goes, okay, first of all, Shayla got tased. And I was like, oh, like, you paid attention.
No,
It was so
my
funny.
friend also texted me, my friend Michaela texted me and was like, did you really get tased? And I was like, yeah, I did. Anyway, so, like, it didn't hurt after, like, 10 or 20 minutes, you know, like, it was just done. The pain had subsided. But it leaves, like, little, like, dots in your skin, like, red dots in your skin.
Did it burn you?
I thought, like, something had, like, a little bit, yeah. And it left, like, 3 dots in my thigh. And I was, like, wearing
Shit.
sweatpants that night, too. So,
Damn.
did its
that's some
damage. It's
liability.
gone now. Yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Of course. I don't really know what we're going to get into today. We're kind of just like a little spacey on like what to talk about. I'm going to start off with just some things I wrote down in the notes. Trisha Paytas, out of nowhere, just came out with a pop punk album, and it's called Sad Boy 2005. Have y'all listened?
You know what? Okay, here's the thing. I have not, but the reason being, I don't really care for Trisha half the time. Other than that, like, she pops up on my For You page sometimes, and like it's what, like we said before, it's entertainment. Anyway,
we have our opinions.
You know how
about Trisha.
Dixie? Yeah, you know how Dixie recently like released that new song, and it was like, I was really, 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 really sad. Anyway,
I know exactly
so
what you're
Trisha
about to say.
apparently did like a reacting video and was like, wow, like she's such a lyricist, like why, like, you know, she's
lyrical
gonna be the voice of our
genius, and then like
generation.
Trisha is like fried chicken and liposuction.
Exactly. And I was like, Trisha, you have no room to be talking about like a bad song. Anyway, so apparently
she
that
needs to
stuff's
lay
still
off
going
on like the anyone, like everyone, just chill. But I get it, like she was
totally
so
agree.
I really like the H3 podcast, Frenemies. So it's like with Trisha and him, and
yeah,
I mean, she's got her antics, she's got her problems, but ultimately she was saying, she was like, I mean, I do this stuff and I get views and I get money and I get talked about. She's like, at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing this for. And I was like, all right, get that back. I still don't like approve of it, but
yeah,
I don't feel like I need to like or dislike Trisha though. She's just an object to talk about. You know, I think she's an entertaining person. Like, so I don't like or dislike her. Like,
character, dude.
Yeah.
I can't.
But anyway, back to like this album. So she talked about it on the H3 podcast, and then I was like, well, I have to listen. It's a low-key kind of good. Like, it's like,
no, Amanda,
okay, so I wouldn't hear it and be like, oh my god, like I need to play this at a party, or like I need to listen to this. But like I was like enjoying it while I was listening to it, and it's interesting because so the first song on the album, I like listened to it just subjectively. I was like, let's just put it on. If you told someone without saying this is Trisha, if you were like, hey, like Gwen Stefani is back in No Doubt, they're rebranding, and this is the song they just came out with, you might believe it. Like, it low-key kind of sounds like that vibe, you know, like old Gwen Stefani, like whatever. And I was like, holy shit, like it kind of sounds like that. But I mean, you know, she doesn't have a great singing voice, but like it's kind of good. And then, but the one song I like, it's called 2005 on it. So there's only like 5 songs, but it's called 2005, and it's like a parody or like a remake of the song 1985. Why am I blanking on who it's by? You know the song that I'm talking about? Like,
yeah,
Debbie just hit the wall, like that.
Yeah.
She never had it all. Whatever.
I have no idea who it's by.
I know. I could pull it up right now, actually. But anyway, it's a parody on that, but it's like all the stuff that going on in 2005. And it's like, she talks about MySpace. I don't know. That one I thought was extremely clever, and it's actually pretty good. And like, she has a song called 5150, which was like, I'm pretty sure what it was. That was like what it was called, like when she went into the mental hospital. She was like a 5150. So it almost seems like there's some meaning behind the stuff she's singing about. Anyway, I digress. That was the whole thing with Trisha. And I just can't believe out of nowhere she just came out with it.
I will stream it after we finish recording.
Honestly.
Just to see what it's about. Because I will never not, like, just listen to something just to see, like, what it's about, you know? Why not? What was I going to say? You guys know what I recently... The number thing just, like, clicked in my brain, like, this past week, like, 2 days ago, actually. You guys know Ariana's new album, right? Did you guys know, like, 34 plus 35? Like, I thought it was, I had no idea what it meant until you, like, add them up, and it's 69.
69.
Yeah.
I still haven't even, like, looked at the album. Is that, like, a song on
No,
it?
do you know how stupid I felt when I, like, texted my group chat with Austin, Brandon, and Rachel, and I was like, guys, what does 34, 35 mean? And they're like, what? And I was like, actually, what does it mean? They're like, dude, add it up. I added it up, and I was like, I don't think I've ever felt like this naive or, like, stupid.
At the end of the song, she says, "I'm just trying to 69 with ya."
I also, maybe I'm just so
She made it, like,
clueless. I
super
was not
clear.
paying attention.
Hannah's
anyway,
like,
I
it's
just
pretty
wanted-
obvious, Shayla.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, moving on.
Jay Alvarez.
No, oh my god, guys, real quick, has everyone watched the video?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is. Who is he?
Do you
You don't know
remember
who Jay
like,
Alvarez is?
So
Who
do you
is
know
he?
Alexis Ren?
It
Yes.
was like him and
So
Alexis
they
Ren. They like
dated.
pioneered the whole like travel vlogs and like, you know, like all that kind of stuff.
Okay, his name sounded really familiar, but I just didn't recognize him.
Yeah, I mean, him and Alexis were like an it couple. Like I was obsessed with them, and they did like the travel vlogs and like, you know, her in a bikini and jumping in water, and like they kind of
Yeah.
made that whole genre of YouTube really popular.
Okay.
And so I think the whole discord with this whole thing is that he was starting to become irrelevant. Like, he doesn't even have that many YouTube videos. Like, I guess that's what's been going on. So he leaked, like, his sex tape got leaked. But it's pretty clear that whenever a sex tape gets leaked, it's usually by their own doing, you know?
Yeah.
But it's, like, it's so funny because the video, it's not, like, it's so his style of, like, his videos and editing of, like, different shots and angles and cuts and music, but it's, like,
Dude,
porn.
when I tell you, I thought it was like a music video.
Wait, so he's like
at
full on
first.
actually having. You can watch him
Oh, no.
actually have sex in the video.
You see, it's
Yeah.
it's full porn.
That's
you-
interesting.
Yeah.
It was honestly
mean-
kind of like when I looked it up.
So like if I just like Google search it, I could find it.
I
Yeah.
think so. It's like on Twitter and on like Reddit. I had like a hard time finding it. Like when I just Googled it, I had a hard time finding it.
I
Okay.
found it
But,
on Twitter.
Yeah, like
'Cause,
on
like-
Twitter.
I remember seeing stuff on TikTok where girls were like talking about like not me going to go look up Jay Alvarez's video or something, and I was just like, what? I was like confused as to what was going on, and then I heard about the whole sex tape thing, and I was like, okay, T.
Well,
I
it
just
was
thought, like-
there's a scene where he's pouring coconut oil into a
Hot
kennel.
coconut oil. Yeah, like
Wait, so-
warming it up.
Like
Does
warming it
anyone
up. Huh?
Does anyone know who he's having sex with?
I mean,
No idea.
probably people know. It might just be like a
Okay.
girlfriend or someone. he
well,
hooks
no,
up
I
with,
didn't
but
know
I
if
don't
she
know.
was like a famous person or something.
Oh no, no.
Okay.
But I saw a TikTok of a girl, she was like joking around, but like kind of serious. She like heated up coconut oil and like burnt herself. I'm like,
I
I don't
saw
think he
that.
like boiled it. He like,
It's like scorching, it's like steaming, and she's like
I'm like,
perfect.
God. But dude, yeah, we watched it last night because we were talking about it and we were like, well, we gotta watch it. And we like pulled it up and we were like,
It
was kinda
I
good.
saw a comment on someone's TikTok and it was like, "This is not a sex tape. This is a sex film." I
Yeah,
just couldn't
like, it was,
believe-
like at parts I had to be like, ooh. But like, I was like, this is kind of good.
Oh no. My thing is like, I don't know what he's gonna get out of this because you know, like it obviously leaked and he's gonna have like 5 minutes of fame, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, is he gonna go back to like regular travel vlogs or is he just
I don't
gonna
know
like,
because obviously like he's getting the job done. Like we're talking about him, other people are talking about him. Like it's
Yeah.
clearly being talked about. But like, yeah, what's his long-term goal with this? Just to kind of pop back in and
just
say, hey,
keep doing it, keep making
what's up, guys? I'm
music
still
videos?
fucking. I'm like,
ew. Ew. I was very disturbed by that. I was shocked.
yeah, Hannah, you
But
gotta
anyway,
watch it.
Go off.
I know. I'm like intrigued by it, but also
you have to.
slightly weirded out at the same time. But yeah, I mean, if everyone's talking about it, I want to know. So
not
We're
because
gonna
I
get a
want to
text
see
from
it. It's
Hannah
just because
later being
everyone's
like, "What
talking
the
about it.
fuck?"
I don't even know what he looks like. I don't even know if I find him attractive. I need to like actually.
You will soon. you will.
I'm dead.
Oh God.
Amanda, what else did you write down?
Nothing really significant. Like nothing. Me and Emily were really freaking out at some like old One Direction music videos. It was fun. That's not really important though. Oh, I wrote down. Actually, I don't want to get into that. Never mind. Does anyone else have any just kind of fun random stuff?
Oh, do you guys have plans for? Do you guys have plans for New Year's? By the way, just like random.
Yeah, Hannah
Yes.
does. But
Yeah, I do.
I don't. I figured we'd probably just go to like Emily or Tyler and Johnny's apartment and like hang out. Like I don't think we're doing anything big. Like I mean I don't really want to anyway. Shayla, what are you doing?
Well, I usually spend it with my family every single year, except this past year, I didn't, and I regret it so much. That was like the first year I ever spent New Year's like without my family, because like I think all of us had plans, and my mom was like, okay, we'll just like celebrate like on New Year's Day and just have like a family dinner and like do gifts then.
That's fun.
And so this year I'm assuming like I'm gonna spend it with my family, like go back to our regular thing. And like everyone's like, no, let's have a party at your apartment, let's do this, let's do that. But I'm so scarred from last year's New Year's Eve party that like I never want to like go to another New Year's Eve party like without my family, because I just got like way too drunk.
Happens to the
And-
best of us.
Like couldn't even remember it like making it to midnight. And I just did not enjoy that at all. That's like my favorite day of the year, and like that happened.
I'm trying to think of
So
what
did some other
I can't remember
questionable
what I
things
did
that
last
night.
year. I don't know what I did last year for New Year's.
Did you like go out? Weren't you in New York?
Oh shit, yeah, I was in New York. I was trying to think. I was like, what did I do? I was in New York and I went out with Alyssa and her boyfriend. It was really fun. Oh yeah.
I was about to say, how do you forget
Whoops,
that?
slipped my mind. My bad.
Hannah, what did you do last year?
I spent it on the
was on a
boat
boat.
with my parents.
Oh yeah.
I like know what you guys did and I couldn't remember what I did.
It was fun. I mean, I was the first year I like didn't stay up until midnight, but Fort Myers was like really fun. It was the first time I had been, and like it was definitely more of a place that I think I would have had more fun if I wasn't with like my parents, but it was still a good time.
It looked really fun.
Yeah.
So we were kind of going back and forth with topics for today. We really liked when we did like, you know, our first stories, like our first boyfriend, our first kiss, like stuff like that. So we were like, oh, what can we do? But I did write down a little note that I feel like we could kind of go off on a tangent about. Kind of like, I'll explain. But like, ideal first date, or like, you know, something like that. Because I wrote down, because me and my friend, we were talking about, I don't know how we got on the subject of just like kind of dates or like first dates or anything like that. And it had me thinking like, I hate dinner dates with someone that I'm like not comfortable with. Cause like I can't eat around guys. Like it's so fucked, but like I can't, like I'm nervous enough already if it's like a first date or I'm not super comfortable with this guy. Like, you know, I'm just nervous. So I lose my appetite. And then it's like, you know, you're at dinner and you have to eat. And then the whole thing to begin with is like, well, what do you want? Where do you want to go to eat? What do you like? And I just don't like dinner dates. And I know I sound so like bitchy right now and kind of like picky, but like,
I don't think you do. But
I'd kind of
understand,
just
what you're
rather like
saying.
do something else and not like go to dinner. I don't know, but that got me thinking like ideal first dates. Like what would be y'all's perfect idea of the first date?
Well, okay. So I agree with you on the dinner date thing. Like that doesn't seem like a fun thing to do on the first date. Like,
Well,
honestly,
sorry to interrupt you, but let me put a disclaimer. I think that's a fantastic date if a guy wants to take a girl to dinner. Like, I'm not saying that that's shit. That's an amazing thing to do. Like, if a guy wants
Yeah.
Just for me, I have mental issues and I can't eat around guys that, like, I don't know very well because I get self-conscious. But anyway, a dinner date is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Carry on.
My thing with like a dinner date, and then I'm gonna like go into like what I think a good date would be, because you want you want to like talk and like get to know the other person, and like you don't want to do that while eating. You know, I'm like I get weirded out by like talking and eating, unless I'm like with my friends and like it's just like a regular thing. But I mean like I've been on like one date, so. And I talked about it in the past. It was like an ice skating date, and honestly, it was like actually really fun. And like,
that's
it was
nice.
Yeah, it was something like fun to do, and like there wasn't a lot of pressure. It was like something I guess first time for both of us doing, which was fun. Okay. And then afterwards, like I think we ended up like getting ice cream, and that was like super simple, super easy. Okay.
That's cute.
And I think I would much rather go on like a date where you like. It's like an activity, but nothing too crazy, you know?
Yeah. Like something
Like,
to
I
do
would
and something kind of
love-
to talk about while you're doing it type thing.
Yeah. You know what would be really cute? Like going to a place where you can paint or like make some clay pots.
Look at Hannah's face. Hannah literally just went, the fuck?
Hannah.
That sounds fun to me.
Hannah's like, absolutely the fuck not.
I hate arts and crafts. Like I can't. I do.
Fair. That's a valid point though. So
I really do, and it's like I don't know. I think that if a guy were to be like, let's do like a puzzle together, I would voluntarily beat my head into the wall. Like I can't think of like a worse thing to be done to me. Like I hate
it's like personal. I can't believe you've done this to me.
I hate, like, I don't know what it is. I personally actually really like going out to like a dinner meal. I will say I am like the most like disgusting person when it comes to eating, and my manners kind of suck. But you know what I realize is that if you are on the first date and you're appalled by my mannerisms, then like sorry, like it just ain't gonna work out.
Valid point. Yeah,
Like, that's a really good point.
Not to say like I show up looking like an ogre and I just came out of my swamp. Like I look good and I look presentable and I like put myself together, but it's like, I mean, like Connor can attest to this, I'm like a disgusting eater. Like it's just, but I just don't care. Like I'm like, you know what, like I'm hungry, I'm not gonna be the girl that eats like a salad. Like I'm probably gonna order one of the more expensive things on the menu, and like I'm gonna really enjoy it.
You know, I applaud your confidence and your like just
stability.
You know, that's just
my
very
stability.
Yeah. Like I would be the one to order a salad. I order salads with y'all.
Well, yeah, but you love salads.
Yeah,
No,
but I also
but
think
also,
like
like, on
what
a
you
date,
order
like, I would've-
doesn't really matter. You know?
Yeah.
But I think it's just like maybe this is just me, but it's like a common thing where it's like, okay, if you're going on a date, like you maybe don't order like a messy burger or something that's going to get all over you. But I am the one that orders that.
Oh,
And-
that's
But I mean,
okay.
order what
I
you feel
understand.
comfortable ordering, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that. Like that's like my kind of thing. Like I really enjoy like dressing up and going to a nice restaurant and like feeling like the guy cares enough to like actually take me somewhere where like I really want to go. And I feel like aside from like the awkward times where you actually are eating, I do feel like you can have like really good conversation at a restaurant. I don't like a date where there's like a lot going on, because I really like more of like a communication, like getting to actually like talk and have like personal conversations. I think is more of what I'm looking to do. I think one of the better dates though that I've been on is I did have a guy, he took me out to dinner, and then he surprised me and took me on like the Skyview like Ferris wheel in Atlanta.
Aw,
And I
that's
thought that was
cute.
like really sweet, and it was like kind of romantic, and like he put a lot of thought into it.
That's sweet.
Honestly, anything where I feel like there's like, yeah, like some thought being put into it, and something that just feels personable. Like I don't want to just feel like I'm any girl, you know?
I'm not like other girls. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's
I'm not
cute.
like other girls. I'm special.
And like I do like dinner dates, but it's literally just like a mental thing block. Like I can't get by. Like I like if you've been dating someone for a while, or like my guy friends, like I can eat around them. I don't care. Like you guys, like you know what I mean. But it's just like I think it's just I feel so much pressure of like a first date, because I'm thinking back to one, and specifically like I went on like an actual date in Athens with someone, and like I was so nervous, and like I had no appetite, and like I literally ordered like a cup of soup, and like it went great, like it was fine, but I don't know, I think it really is like I just do get self-conscious about like eating around.
and
I think that's just like an internalized personal problem, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think like if in that case, I mean, I always wanted to experience like being grown enough to like not even like if you didn't want to do a dinner date, you would like go out and get drinks. You know,
Okay,
like
yeah.
but like
I
a
love
cozy
that,
kind of
though.
setting.
That I guess
I think
for
I would
me, like,
love to
be,
like
the best.
experience.
Yeah. Like going out for
Like,
drinks is like I feel like that's like perfect.
Yeah.
I commend the like people that go on like these like physical activity kind of like where they go and like go hiking, or they go like doing things like that, and that I think is where I feel like out of my comfort zone and just like super self-conscious, is if a guy was like, let's go do this. Like if a guy wanted to go hike a mountain, I'm like, you have me very mistaken. Like I'm just not the girl for you.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I
like,
could do that for a first date.
yeah, like I like, not to say that I don't like getting outside, like I do, but if I'm gonna be like gross and like sweating and like panting, like that's not my idea of like
I feel like those are for the later stages.
Yeah, like that's
if
more
you're
of, like,
if you're gonna be sweating and panting, I mean, it's got to be doing something else, you know, not hiking.
Oh my god. Ha 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 ha.
Ha! So funny.
Okay, but do you guys have any stories of like your worst date? Like, do you have like a bad date experience?
Considering I've been on one date. No.
I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, I think so, but it was like high school, so it's kind of irrelevant. I will say though about like the hiking or something along those lines, I do think that would be kind of a nice date if it was like, hey, like let's go. I guess I'm just thinking in general of like, let's go on a walk or something, and it's like you get to talk and like walk with someone.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I guess
think
like one of the worst ones, I guess this is the only one I could pinpoint it, like nothing even bad happened, but it was just, we just like watched a really bad movie, like a really old bad movie, and then I was like, should we order food? Do you want to like order Chinese food? And he was like, ew, I hate Chinese food. And it was that moment that I was like, well, we can't be friends.
We can't be friends.
I was like,
That's actually really funny.
you know, but I think
Speaking of like
that and
go
like
ahead.
Hannah, what you were saying, like the type of date like you would like you wouldn't want to go hiking or like doing something, you
Yeah,
want to go to
no.
dinner, and like you also have to be able to read like the person that you are, and that's also a good indicator is if you're a good match with someone too, of what kind of date they would pick.
I
you know.
had a really awkward experience. I don't really know if you would classify this as a date, but I went and I want to say this was like my sophomore year of college. I went and visited a friend of mine at Florida State, and I matched with this guy on Tinder and ended up meeting up with him. And we really hit it off, and like I got his number, he got mine. We were like talking for weeks after that, just like here and there and whatnot. And then it was like my semi-formal was coming up and I needed a date, and he was so cute and like really nice, and I was like, let me see if this guy would be willing to, like, I don't know, drive to UGA and like come on this date night. And he said yes, and he agreed to. And oh Lord, it was just one of those situations where I was like stuck with the guy for the whole weekend, and I just didn't know what to do with him. Like, it was like it was like just this like on, and it was so awkward too, because our personalities were just very different. Like, I am like pretty sarcastic, and I think I kind of have a dry sense of humor, and he would take everything like he took everything as like offensively.
You like made him cry.
I would like make fun of him, and he would be like, oh, okay, I get how you really feel then. And he would get like kind of mad at me. And it was just so awkward, because it wasn't just like I could just like leave the guy and be like, I'm over this. Like, he was with me all weekend.
Was he trying to, like, do you know when you're like, you give them banter and they give you banter,
yeah,
but
was
like
he
they
just
don't
trying
know
to
how
give
to
it back?
actually, yeah, but they don't know how to like
Maybe,
make it come across.
Maybe, but yeah, he was coming across as like such a tool, and like it was just so awkward. And I was just like, this weekend is not going great. I mean, he was a fine date and everything, but like, granted, it probably was not the smartest decision on my part, considering I didn't really know the guy, and then I was already inviting him to like come and spend a weekend with me. But yeah, I kind of learned the hard way. I was like, I'm definitely not doing this again until I'm like actually sure that there's like more potential there.
Yeah. Like, piggybacking off of that, I will never get over, you know how it's like, if you're being sarcastic with a guy, but they take it so literally. But my thing is, you remember like when you were younger, and if like a boy was like being mean to you, the same cliche thing, they would be like, oh, it's because he likes you and everything. I absolutely can't stand when like guys our age are still kind of like pulling that garbage, and like are still
like
kind of like
to a
being
certain
rude
extent.
And, like, yeah, like little jabs here and there, but they're like, haha, I'm just being sarcastic. And I'm like, no, you're actually like being a dick. Like, there's really no reason for you to be like,
yeah,
you know,
because to a certain extent it's like, okay, now you're just being rude. It's funny, Emily and Tyler and I were all just hanging out for a little bit longer this morning, and we were watching a YouTuber, like I don't want to name names, but like we were watching a YouTuber, and she did a video with her boyfriend, and we were just like, it seems like everything's so surface level. Like, it seems like they wouldn't be able to like, you know, go back and forth with like jabs or like, you know, being sarcastic and stuff. And like, because we were all like, personally for me, like, I need to be able to kind of just like poke fun at this person and then have them give it back to me type thing. But yeah, after a certain point, it's kind of like, all right, now you're just being a dick.
Yeah, but I think it's like when they use it as like a flirting technique, but it's like not.
They just can't execute it well.
I love how they're like, oh yeah, I'm just flirting with you, and it's just like, no, you actually just really insulted me to my face, and you're just like trying to get away with it.
How to get away with murder. I'm just kidding.
Stuff, like,
yeah, they're like, I'm just kidding, like, you're overreacting, and I'm like, okay.
Stop being so offended, you're so hot.
I know, like, I learned it though, like, the hard way. Like, guys guys were really not actually flirting with me in high school. They actually, like, were making fun of me. And I like learned the hard way. They would like come for me, and I like would just annihilate them. Like, I remember one time I like really, really insulted this kid, and I felt bad, but he had kept like been making fun of me like all week, and finally I basically just like insulted him about like the way that he looked or something. I was like, at least I know I've got potential, but like you don't, or something along those lines.
Good.
So we were, like,
you know what?
really...
He fucking deserved it. Good.
Yeah, like
we
at
were,
that
like...
point you were defending yourself.
Yeah, we were like really young, and he got like so butthurt about it, and we didn't talk for like years after that. And then we finally became like friendly again. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a fine line. I think when you're poking fun and it's like a superficial thing, it's like fun and cute, and like that kind of sarcasm and like sense of humor is fun and appreciated. But there are definitely times where like a line just gets crossed.
Yeah. I definitely think that, like, going back to the original question of like ideal first date, I guess I'm just not much of like, not that I would really know, but like I guess I'm just not much of like a traditional dating, I guess in the sense of like traditional is like go on first date and then progress from there. I really like the idea of, you know, you're hanging around someone with your friend group, or like they're a part of your friend group or what have you, where like you're just hanging out in social settings like a lot, like with friends, and then you just kind of not latch, but like talk to that person a lot more, and then it just develops into something. I saw a funny, I forget if it was like a tweet or like a TikTok, but it was like, I can't go through the talking stage again. Like I can't, you know, like of like a first date talking with someone, like it needs to be someone I've known and it's just like a friend, and then it like casually grows into something more. And then after that, I was like, okay, I like that. Let's go for that. Except I would never date any of my guy friends. But like, you never know. Maybe they have
my
other
thing with
friends.
that is, I always say that I would love to grow something out of a friendship, but then I latch on to those friendships way too much, where I'm like, actually, I don't think I want to ruin the friendship. Who knows if the friendship would actually even be ruined and it's like a great relationship, but I can't risk my friendships with people.
That's a risk.
Yeah.
There's this one of my friends. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I guess to kind of like piggyback off of that, I'm the same way. I think there's so much more potential when it happens organically and like a group setting if you have mutual friends. And that's what I really liked about Connor and I, is that we knew each other and we were kind of friends. But I think what made it work in a way was that we weren't really that close. So it wasn't like I solely saw him as a friend. Like I knew that he was kind of into me, and like I was like attracted to him. So I was like, okay, I could see something there, but like if it doesn't work out, like if it doesn't work out, then like we could still be friends. I don't think I could ever like pursue something with like one of my like best friends.
I think that's a really good point, because like I said, like all of my super close friends, like first of all, I don't want to date them. Second of all, like I wouldn't want to like ruin anything or, you know, make it weird or whatever. But I think like your situation was good, because it was like you had mutual friends, you saw each other every now and then. It's like you have like this basis of a friendship, but then like you were able to turn it into something more like seamlessly, you know? Because like I'm thinking back, like in particular, like I have this like one friend who is like I'd consider like one of my best friends, and it's always kind of like, oh, like I think I would really like him, like I think like we would be good dating, but I can't imagine losing him as a friend though. And that's the thing, because it's like, as much as like how fun would that be, I can't like fathom not having him in my life just like as a friend. Like I'd hate to ruin that. Like it would just be a tragic ending. It would be if we decided to date and like that blew up in our face and we couldn't be friends again, that'd be sad, you know? Yeah. So it's tricky. That's but like Hannah, exactly like what you said, like kind of like mutual friends, or like a kind of friends, but not to where you know, can't mess anything up.
Yeah, I think there's always potential, like the most potential when it's like someone introduces you to someone, or like you meet someone through a mutual friend, or like maybe someone like sets you up with this person because they think that you guys would be a good match. I think that's like a really good and like more organic place to start.
I like that way of meeting someone way more than like, this is gonna sound so crazy, mainly because like I get so paranoid about like moving to a new city and meeting someone like randomly, right? And you don't know this person and no one you know knows that person. I get so stressed out about that kind of stuff, because you don't know anything about them or who they are, or like what I don't know. It just scares me, because it's like, what if you're about to like start dating a serial killer? That kind of stuff freaks me out so much. Yeah. Like,
it's like you think you know someone.
Like it feels like an irrational fear, but then again I'm like, I don't think it is. You can never be too
it's not,
sure
because
of someone.
I mean, I didn't date a serial killer, but I definitely was hanging around someone who was not good news. Like, this person, like, so many mutual friends, like, knew him from other situations, whatever, and he ended up being a psychopath, so watch your back. You can never be too careful.
It's that kind of stuff that scares me, especially, like, you know, Hannah, when you, like, moved to Charlotte and everything was like going great, but you had like Connor and you had known Connor beforehand. My thing is like, I always like think about like, you know, moving to a new city and like dating, but not dating exclusively. You know, where you date and, like, you date multiple people to see, like, you feel
Yeah.
it out. I
go on
love
dates.
that idea so much. And I wish it was more, I wouldn't say, like, yeah, no, I actually do wish it was, like, normalized and it wasn't just a strict talking phase and then, like, you date someone, but it's exclusively dating instead of, like, I would rather date, like, socially, you know?
Yeah,
Make friends through that and, like...
I like that too, and I feel like that happens more like when we are a little bit older and like when we are in kind of like a work setting and living in a new city and stuff. Because I feel like in college, high school and college or whatever, it's very much like, all right, well now I got to stick with this person. Where I feel like when you get a little more out into quote unquote the real world, whatever that means, it is more just like casual dating is more a thing. But I don't know. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Haven't made it there yet.
Haven't made it there.
I don't really think, like, even when I was in New York and I was single and, like, I kind of felt like I was living in the real world then, because even though I was in school, like, I was working and I would, like, go out on the weekends and, like, go to bars and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just feel, like, so weird talking or, like, I guess dating multiple people. Not that I think that there's anything wrong with it. It's just never been something that I've been able to do.
Well, you're
And
a
it's
relationship
kind of-
person too.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
I'm very much a relationship person. I absolutely hate the talking phase. I don't think anyone likes the talking phase.
No one
I,
does.
I hate, like, uncertain situations where it's just kind of like, what is this? What are we doing? And it's it's like, it's hell. Like, I don't think that I don't want to ever go through that again, but I don't think that I don't think I've ever been able to do the talking stage for more than, like, maybe a month. And then I'm kind of like, either this needs to, like, kind of take the next step, or I need to know that it's going to take the next step, or, like, I got to, like, cut my losses and move on.
That's the thing too, because at this point it's either like you like someone and you want to be with them and, like, you quickly realize, okay, this probably isn't going to work, and then you move on, or it's like, or it's going to work, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I understand there still is, like, you kind of have to feel someone out a bit, but, yeah, I mean, the talking stage is brutal. That's why I'm like, I just got to date a friend. But, like, I got to get
just,
new
like,
friends.
already know everything about them and just go about it like that. That'd be
Like,
so
having
easy.
having someone be like, tell me about yourself. I don't, like, God, that's, like, inflicting self-harm. I don't know. Like, it's just, like, what, like, I don't know, where do I start? Like, do you want to get, like, how personal do you want to get? Like, I just don't know. And it's, like, so awkward and uncomfortable, and, like, for so long it just feels, like, really superficial, and it's just, like, that's why it's just so much nicer.
My fear with that is, like, if someone asked me to tell them about myself, like, I get so nervous when people ask me questions sometimes if I'm just now getting to know them, and that I start to ramble, and then, like, imagine, like, leaving the date, that person, like, you're on the date with, like, leaves and is like, damn, that bitch would just not shut up, and, like, you just kept rambling about yourself. I, like, actually think about that. Not that I'm going on any dates at all. Not that there are any prospects.
But I think if a guy were to go, like, kind of like what Hannah said about the food and the eating, it's kind of like if that person who's taking you out on a date doesn't like your little mannerisms, or, like, you know, can't acknowledge that, like, oh, she's talking a lot because she's nervous, like, that's cute. If he doesn't like that, then he's not the person for you, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I can, like, I don't think there's anything wrong about, like, talking about yourself if it's, like, being integrated into a conversation. I can tell off the bat, like, if a guy is only talking about himself, that drives me nuts. Or, like, if a guy is, like, it's a red flag to me if a guy is talking a lot about his, like, past relationships or, like, past girls. I'm like, I don't care.
Okay,
like, I don't want to know about that.
That's the worst.
Or if, like, a guy is talking a lot about himself and literally thinks that he's the second coming of Christ, I'm like, newsflash, you're not. But I think that it is really important if, like, guys ask questions and, like, actually want to get to know you. And I don't think there's anything wrong with girls in particular talking about themselves on a first date, because if a guy is the one who initiated it, then more often than not, he actually wants to know.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Noted.
That's the tea. I feel like this episode, I was just like, this is what I hate, and this is like...
I know, I'm like, who is listening that cares about this information of, like, what I like for first date? Like, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's fun to talk about, though, because everyone's, like, different when it comes to that stuff. I don't know, I also feel like, I guess just to end it off, like, when you truly, really like someone, you can do anything with them and be comfortable, or, like, even if you are pushed out of your comfort zone, like, you still enjoy it because it's something they like, or you want to do it with them or something like that. So I think my whole problem is that I just have never found anyone that I legitimately like that much. but yeah.
Amanda, honestly,
Dates are
we
crazy.
can just go out on a date together and just let that be it. Hannah, you
Shayla,
got your boo
let's
thing.
send it.
We're gonna go our separate ways.
There we go.
We gotta figure this out for ourselves, if not together. Anyway, this was a chill episode. This was fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kinda like these chill
as
episodes.
always,
All right.
thanks for
Thanks
listening,
for
everyone.
listening.
KK.
See you guys. Oh, look out for the giveaway that's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Excited.
Thank
Be
you
sure
so
to
much
enter.
again for 2,000 downloads, 1,000
yes.
followers. Okay.
Peace
Hell
out, Girl
yeah.
Scouts.
I'm so